Hi everyone, my name's Daryl. So when I bought my RAV4 Prime here, this 2021, a couple of years ago, I did a lot of research on competing plug-in SUVs, and I also did a lot of research just to find one of these suckers that I could purchase. Nevertheless, it's been about 3 years since the RAV4 Prime was introduced, and the question I have for today is, have other automakers finally caught up? And is there another plug-in hybrid SUV that can compete with the RAV4 Prime? So this is what we're going to find out today. Over the last year or so, automakers have either released or refreshed some new plug-in SUV models. BMW came out with their new X5, Volvo refreshed their XC60, Mazda came out with a brand new XC90 based on a new platform, and finally Jeep introduced their Grand Cherokee 4xe. I reviewed every plug-in hybrid SUV that was available in 2023, and I ranked them based on price, EV range, hybrid gas mileage, 0 to 60 times, and tow rating. You may be interested in the data that I compiled for this video, and I have included a link to the Google spreadsheet in the video's description. I reviewed a total of 14 plug-in SUVs. For today, I'm going to discuss with you my top 5 picks. There were a couple of really good ones that unfortunately didn't make the list, including the Mazda CX-90 and the Lincoln Corsair. Probably my biggest disappointment was the Mazda CX-90. It's based on a brand new platform, and I thought it really is going to have the right stuff. Unfortunately, its EV range was disappointing, only getting 26 miles of EV range, and so that's why it didn't make my top 5. Also, the Lincoln Corsair, it's a luxury-based SUV that actually had pretty good fuel-efficient numbers and a decent tow rating. So you still might want to check out the information that I have on these vehicles, because it still could be something that you might want to put on your list and consider test driving. So I will be test driving and reviewing each of the top 5 plug-in SUVs that I discussed today, but for now, we're just going to talk about how the top 5 vehicles compare on paper. So number 5 on my list is the Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe. The Cherokee has always been one of the best-selling SUVs out there, and even though it's not a luxury brand, it's often directly competed with luxury SUVs. The redesign of the Cherokee has a much more boxy appearance, which gives it, I think, a more muscular appearance, and also it has much better outward visibility. The Cherokee also leads the tow ratings of the vehicles in my list, as it has a maximum tow capacity of 6,000 pounds because of the impressive horsepower and torque numbers. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is also the only vehicle in my top 5 that still qualifies for a federal tax credit of $3,750. Now, the performance in regards to the EV range of 26 miles and the hybrid miles per gallon of 23 isn't great, but it's really one of the only vehicles that if you carry a lot of people or a lot of gear or do a lot of towing, the Jeep Grand Cherokee might be something that you really want to consider. Number 4 on my list is the impressive BMW X5. Now the X5 is the priciest on this list, but it's powerful, it's quick, and it's got really good towing numbers. So the X5 does get the worst hybrid gas mileage of the group, but it does have a large 25.7 kilowatt per hour battery, giving it an impressive 40 miles of EV range. So if you can afford the X5, you can probably afford to pay for just a little bit more gas, but you're going to get to your destination a lot quicker. Number 3 on my list is the Lexus NX 450h Plus. Now the Lexus's drivetrain is actually based on its little brother, the RAV4 Prime. The Lexus does have a little bit more of luxurious feel inside and out, and also has a sleeker design. The sleek look, however, doesn't translate into any better performance or fuel efficiency, as you actually get better fuel efficiency and performance in the RAV4 Prime. But it's hard to go wrong with that RAV4 Prime drivetrain. If you want a little more luxury, maybe that Lexus is for you. Number 2 on my list is the Volvo XC60 Recharge. Volvo is a little different from other auto manufacturers, as they choose to make small incremental improvements in their vehicles as opposed to kind of major overhauls. So for example, the XC60's current generation was really introduced in 2017. But for 2023, once again, they made some incremental improvements by upgrading the battery pack, which extended the EV range, and they also upgraded the electric motors, which gave it a little better performance. And when driving in pure EV mode, it handles and drives a little bit better. The XC60 matches the BMW's X5 in power and performance, getting to 60 in an amazing 4.5 seconds. Also, it gets a really respectable 28 miles per gallon in hybrid mode once it runs out of basically battery. Now, Volvo says the XC60 will get 36 miles of EV range, but Volvo just kind of has a practice of underestimating what their vehicles can do. So based on a review I saw of the XC60, they were actually getting 45 miles of EV range on the car. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to test driving the XC60 just to feel that performance and also to see that fuel efficiency and EV range for myself. I think this is one vehicle that really might challenge the RAV4 Prime as one of the best plug-in hybrid SUVs on the market today. And lastly, number one on my list, and you probably guessed it, it's my 2021 RAV4 Prime. And I simply love this car. It's really amazing, and Toyota actually made it even better in 2023. They upgraded all the RAV4s, and most importantly, they upgraded the multimedia system and modernized it, and so the RAV4 Prime is even better. But what always attracted me to the RAV4 Prime was the drivetrain. It gets 302 horsepower. They won't even release the torque numbers because I think they're probably over 400 in torque. But it gets 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. Right now we're getting well over 50 miles of EV range in the summer. We get easily 38 miles per gallon in hybrid mode. So the RAV4 Prime is simply an amazing vehicle, but I'm really looking forward and kind of having the RAV4 Prime and going head to head against the XC60. I think that's going to be a great challenge. So that's it. If you are in the market for a brand new SUV plug-in hybrid, I really hope this information is helpful to you. If it is, please like this video and also consider subscribing to my channel. Like I said, I will be doing test drives and reviews of each of the vehicles in my top 5, and so you don't want to miss any of that upcoming content. Should be really great stuff, especially the XC60 against RAV4 Prime, as well as maybe getting in that X5. I think that BMW X5 will be really cool. So I hope to see you again in the next video very soon.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year